Alright, let's see what the internet is fired up about today. On September 7th, Nintendo, Creatures, and Game Freak re-registered the trademarks Pokemon Heart Gold, Pokemon Soul Silver. Alright, that is something that happens from time to time. But Poke they decided to follow it up with a poll. Would you like to return to Kanto and Johto in a hypothetical remake of Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver? So that's where the discussion's coming from. That's where all the fun is happening. Man, 1,800 votes. We refresh it to get more? Man, 3,400 votes. So we got totally good Kanto again and burn Kanto to the ground. The thing is, like, yeah, this is actually pretty interesting take to kind of follow up with. So yeah, we got some fun stuff to break down with that one. Also, we can go into trademarks a bit more because this does come up from time to time, but Game Freak has been on a trademark spree recently. And then naturally, if we're talking Heart Gold, Soul Silver, if we're talking Generation 2 remakes of any kind, for any question, for any reason, Pokemon Let's Go Johto, what is that looking like? How is that on the table? But I do want to bounce back to this really quick, because, like, what do you guys think? Is Kanto acceptable as long as it's paired with Johto in some kind of Generation 2 remake? What does that mean for Pokemon Let's Go Johto? Like, it's still so crazy how that one breaks down. So if you end up enjoying the video, don't forget to leave a like, share with your friends, comment down below, and then we have the webmaster of Poke. I did the survey because people are fond of those games, but at the same time, it is Kanto. And many people are fed up with the region. I wonder what has more weight, or something Google Translate. That is the funny thing, because I saw people that were so upset with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. They were like, this is like the 9th time we're going back to Kanto if you include Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Gold Silver, and Crystal version. And, you know, they were just kind of like adding every time Kanto has been recognized inside of a game, and then that just made them even more upset. I was always hoping that, you know, we get some kind of DLC for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee that would be Johto. But now that that's all passed, now we're dealing with Pokemon Sword and Shield DLC, it's kind of crazy because I think Pokemon Let's Go Johto could be the best games in the Pokemon franchise if they just remake Heart Gold, Soul Silver in 3D on Nintendo Switch as a main series console game. And I love Pokemon Let's Go. It feels like a Pokemon adventure over a Pokemon game. When you gotta take all that super crazy, serious stuff out of Pokemon, you know, it's like, oh, I actually really enjoyed the catching mechanics, and then the catch combos into the overworld shinies. You mix that in with a customizable Safari Zone. I don't even care if you go back to Kanto. Just kind of like adds into it. So yeah, go back to Kanto, rematch some of the gym leaders. Maybe for the game, you don't have to go back to Kanto. It's just a Johto. Nah, you can't. I don't think you could do Let's Go Johto and then keep it Johto only, just because of how the other remakes and just Generation 2 games are. You kind of need that access, you kind of need to add into it. Explore Mount Silver in 3D, that would also be pretty dank. Pretty much it's only a win, and that's why, like, this is really interesting, but it also keeps up with something we have discussed recently. New Pokemon game rumor. This comes from Nintendo Alert, which has a really good track record at leaking Nintendo information. I've considered this part dubious because I don't think there's any good Nintendo leaker anymore, because over the last couple months it's all been Nintendo Direct soon, Smash character reveal soon, something big is happening soon, and then like 3 months later it happens. Everyone's like, oh my god, look at this guy, he's got the ends, this insider is on it, when there's really nothing going on. But you know, this is what they say. And the thing they complain about the Mario remasters, when they see the Pokemon thing that's coming, they're going to complain even more. This has such a weird take on it because, like, I guess the default state is people are going to complain about any Let's Go game after Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. It's already been soft confirmed by Game Freak as well, because Masuda said in an interview that if Pokemon Let's Go does well, there's going to be the potential for Pokemon Let's Go Johto, and Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee has sold 11 million copies. It's a really successful game, so, and maybe they add DLC. I don't know what the possibility is on top of that, so even if it is like a good game, I think people would actually appreciate a Johto remake more than a Kanto remake, just in general. So you bring back Heart Gold, Soul Silver on the Switch, that's going to be super exciting, and I guess people will complain, but that's not a bad thing that would be announced. But if we're talking about all-star versions of Mario upsetting people, and then some kind of insider saying, wait until you see the Pokemon thing, how many Pokemon games are we going to get on a single Nintendo Switch game? You know, we've already had Gen 1 and 2. That's on the Virtual Console. Are they going to bring that back for the Nintendo Switch? I wouldn't be against it. It would also probably function really well with Pokemon Home, just to have everything right there on your Nintendo Switch with some smartphone transfer and capability and stuff, so we can bounce all that stuff. But then, do we get Ruby Sapphire? Do we get Diamond and Pearl? Will they go all the way to Pokemon Black and White? Do we just get everything up until the 3DS era in one game? No one's gonna complain about that. So that's like kind of the thing that throws me off when it comes to all the information, all the weird things that are going on, and then just this random, oh, they're going to complain, even though everything that people would complain about, I only see as a good thing. And it just makes it to where the future of Pokemon is really hard to predict right now, because instead of doing DLC, like there's no DLC. There's no significant update for Pokemon Let's Go, despite being the first main series Pokemon game on the Nintendo Switch. But then Pokemon Sword and Shield gets DLC that's half the price, that eliminates the enhanced versions of the games, and then we're trying to like roll into potentially the next Let's Go game. It's kind of also time for the next remake game as well. So all kinds of weird things just kind of falling in over here. But then is it going to be Pokemon Let's Go Sinnoh? You just kind of make it to where, all right, Let's Go's now where the remakes go. Something enhanced Pokemon Sword and Shield after that. Do we just go to Generation 9 because we got the year in between? And now that we're like off tempo and stuff, we got a summer main series Pokemon game-ish thing with the Isle of Armor. So are we also just kind of breaking from standard releases? Pokemon Snap 2 happened, and now there's Pokemon MOBA. So anything is possible in kind of like the weirdest way. But yeah, now like this, I don't know. The whole paradigm is like just out the window at this point. But going back to the trademark. So yeah, it could mean all of those things. Or it could also just mean Pokemon is refreshing a trademark because it's something they gotta do, because they still want to keep hold of their IPs. We got some shenanigans going on over in China as well. Game Freak changed and trademarked its official name in China. Game Freak was formerly known as this, where this is Game, and this is phonetic translation of Freak, but now it's Game Maniac. New name sounds less foreign. Good for them. And then we also have this update from Sirena. Well, back in August, Nintendo trademarked a bunch of Pokemon game titles, including Pokemon Go and Ga-Ole. While most are placeholders, Pokemon Go, Ga-Ole had picture logos, so it's speculated they will be released in China soon. So yeah, now that we do have all of that cross-promotion going on, with Pokemon really opening up in China, they're getting more game support. The partnership with Tencent is really what brings Pokemon to China. So even people like strongly disagree with Tencent, Pokemon is doing it to also make it to where Pokemon has that accessibility in China, and Tencent is really the only way of going about it. So that's cool that more people get to experience the wonder that is Pokemon. And then we have some other things going in with Pokemon Go. Also, speaking of Pokemon Go, I guess it goes back into a Pokemon Let's Go Johto game, because Pokemon Go has been really strong over the last few years. Now, it launched strong, Niantic completely dropped the ball for a couple of years, it just sucked, and then started coming back, and then just kept on coming back. So Pokemon Go has been doing really well, and that means, time for another Let's Go potentially. Even though we still don't have that, Pokemon Home interacting with Pokemon Go, no one knows what's going on with that. But yeah, we do have some trademark things going on. I also did a Twitter search, because from time to time, we just have random Nintendo Pokemon trademarks. We got this astonishing Volt Tackle. Looks like video game movie related. This tweet will be for a potential future reference if it's TCG related. And that's the biggest thing that happens. It's usually going to be something related to the TCG if we just get a random trademark. Because I think that happened with like a lot of the sets and a lot of stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, just because Game Freak trademarks something doesn't mean it means a new Pokemon game or something massive and new and main series. They could just be updating trademarks. We saw this going into the last couple of games like Pokemon Let's Go, Pokemon Sword and Shield. They're just updating trademarks for names of existing Pokemon. Didn't mean Mega Evolutions. Didn't mean anything crazy on the remake like that. It just meant Mr. Mime is getting its trademark refreshed for merchandise. That's it. We have Illustration Lab. Registration was filed on 24th of May for categories of electronic game program. Office supplies, that's its own thing they're working on, but yeah, we didn't have anything crazy from there. And then also we have Armored Mewtwo in Japan. That just seemed to go with the new movie merchandise and not necessarily an Armored Mewtwo version or armored forms in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Hey, are those fake leaks? Awful times. Fraud Poketubers. The classic. Man, that was that was like almost 2 years ago now. Shenanigans. But yeah, so trademarks could mean something, usually don't. We are in this time where it's like we really don't know. Like, we have to wait the next 5 months, October, November, December, January, February. It's like, yeah, about 5-ish months, and then Pokemon Day happens, and then we get an announcement, unless they do it in January again, but I doubt it. Pokemon's 25th anniversary. I mean, that's another thing about this, like, 25th anniversary. Remaster just sounds like the thing to do. And they do that for, like, the handheld Pokemon games. I don't see how people would complain about that. Biggest complaint would be Let's Go Sinnoh. Let's Go Johto. Looks like people are alright with going back to it because Heart Gold, Soul Silver were fire and the best Pokemon games by many people. So there we go, guys. Interesting thing to break down for today as we look for the future of Pokemon. And we're still waiting on Crown Tundra news. So guys, enjoy the video. Hope you have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.